Good morning, everybody. All right. How is everybody? Good morning, Santi. Good morning, everybody. Whoa. All right. Had a little bit of an echo. Sorry about that. We should have Mitch here today. Mitch should be joining us. We have GLBS, PXS, AGT, AXGT, PTE, all gapping up. Looks decent. Good morning, Mark, Santi. Yeah, maybe a little slow. I know daylight savings time is getting me this morning, man. It's just getting me this morning. I wake up, it's still kind of dark outside, you know. Just not used to it. Just not used to it. All right, like I said, though, we should have Mitch here today. Mitch should be joining us. Let me get that rolling here. Here we go. What is everybody? What are you all watching this morning? Like I said, I mean, there's a few that I'm looking at. GLBS, PXS, BPTH, TROV maybe. Got a few other ones that I'll be keeping an eye on, but some gappers here. The penny stocks have definitely been running a little bit more than usual. ACB, GLBS, PXS. Alright, let's look. You can see here, just off a first glance, GLBS is really kind of one of the alpha stocks, I would say, in the market right now. Big gap, big move here. Wait a minute, I might have to restart my restart this here. It's not really showing me the closing price, but you can see GLBS looking good here, gapping up nicely. There we go. I'm gonna have to restart my Thinkorswim here. What's up, Tech? What's up, man? All right. Just waking up a little bit, drinking my coffee, you know. We'll see if I can have another good week. Like I said, yesterday was a perfect week. I had no losing days, no losing trades last week. We'll see if we can keep that going here, and you know, we'll see if we can have another good week this week. My goal this week, though, is a little bit different. Of course, I'm trying to have a green week, as I always am, but my goal this week is just to scale up a little bit. Last week I got up to about 300 shares on average, and this week I need to get up to about 500 is what I'm going to try to use. And so if my losses are a little bit bigger than usual, that's fine, because I'm going to be using bigger sizing than usual as well. And so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, GLBS here gapping up from 444 all the way to 9s. And so big move for GLBS. I believe it's a shipping company, if I'm not mistaken. I remember GLBS and then TOPS. Tops Shipping, SHIP, DRYS. If anybody remembers DRYS, it's a notorious shipping stock. And so yeah, we got some movement from those. AXGT, like I said, gapping up some. PTE looks okay. Not as much volume as these other ones. DCIX, another shipping stock. INPX, TNXP, GBR. So we got some movement here. TROV from last week was moving. So we have some. Definitely going to watch a few of these. All right. I don't know how many of these are actually going to be tradable, though. And so I don't really know how many I'm actually going to be able to trade of these shipping stocks. Okay, looks like there's an update that's coming in. Alright, I got it. Let's see. Looks like there's an update that I need. I'm just going to wait to get it. I still have a few more days till I have to get the update for TEFs. Okay, wow. So surprisingly, AXGT is tradable on TEFs. So AXGT, so this bottom stock, this penny stock here, that's $2 right now, is actually tradable on TEFs. It's very interesting here. I might look at it for a gap fill. We'll see what we get, but you know, that's cool to see that AXGT is tradable, so I can trade that one. Let's see what else. I don't think most penny stocks are tradable here, but we're gonna keep looking. Yeah, most of these are not tradable. BPTH is, so BPTH is added to it. Most of these aren't, though. MLNX is, but that's definitely not a penny stock. So yeah, we got some options. So we got some options here. Yeah, market's not opening up yet. What's up, Neo? What's up, Neo? What's up, John Ennis? What's up, man? What's up, Bill? He said, John, how long does your demo account last on Tefs? What do you mean? Do you mean after you sign up for one of their packages? I think it's like 2 weeks. I'm not 100% sure. It's best to ask them. I'm pretty sure it's like a few weeks, but I'm not completely sure. Like I said, best to ask them. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I signed up for them. But yeah, I think it's a few weeks, maybe a month. I'm not sure though. Maybe a month. Also, if you guys didn't see, we also uploaded one of our sample classes. Uh, yeah, that's what I figured. It was about a month, maybe 2 weeks. But yeah, we uploaded one of our sample classes. If anybody wants to check that out, here's the link. If you want to go check that out, we uploaded it yesterday. If you want to go watch it before the stream or before the market opens. Alright guys, I'll be right back in like 2-3 minutes. I'm here a little bit early today. My kids actually aren't at my house today, so I was able to just kind of start the stream up and hang out. But yeah, I'll be back in like 2 minutes maybe. All right, I'm back. What's up, guys? Oh, sorry, Mitch. I thought I threw you up here. Oh, wait. Sorry. There you go. What's up, Mitch? What's up? What's up, bro? Here, hold on 1 second, man. Let me make sure you're on the computer. All right, let's do a test.
A little mic test, 1 2 1 2.
All right. Can everybody hear Mitch? We should be good, I think.
What's up, everybody? A little late start tomorrow morning, but let's do this.
Oh, man. What's up, guys? It's still dark here, kind of, in Texas.
Yeah,
so it's getting a little light, man.
It's
Daylight
pitch
savings.
black over here, man.
What time is it where you are?
Right now it is 6:51.
Oh, man. It's like 7:30 here. You still got, it's like 7:51 actually. You got to get your time, you got to get your sleep schedule back up track, man.
Yeah, it's a little difference.
Yeah.
I kind of like it a little earlier. I mean, you get to end the day a little earlier. Still have a lot of time in the day to do stuff.
Right.
Like today's my day off, so I
Nice.
get to do a lot of things after trading.
For sure, man. Yeah, man, the shippers are going crazy today, bro.
Yeah.
Can everybody hear Mitch?
Yeah, I saw GLBS take a big old move there.
Yeah, man. And then we got tops up. We got we can actually trade AXGT. AXGT penny stock gapping up nicely. We could trade it.
What was the other one? DCIX. Let me check that one out.
Is my phone playing the stream right now? Why? There it is. Alright. Alright. We got two-way posted news.
Right.
Dow futures were lower this morning, dragged lower by aircraft manufacturer Boeing, BA. Without Boeing, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 are looking at modest gains at the opening bell as all three major averages try to break five-day losing streaks. We got APOP, which is Select, announces positive results from Cell 2 in collaboration, which shows significant improvement in expansion rate and function of stem cells, float of 76 million. So medium float, not small, not necessarily large, or not large, not necessarily too small either. In the smaller side, but not super small or anything. We got AXGT. This is the one that we can actually trade. Axovant announced clinical updates from first day Tay-Sachs disease patient dosed with AXO gene therapy, float of 36 million. So smaller float for this one. Interesting catalyst there. CLGN. A study published in the Wounds Journal shows remarkable wound closure performance for CLGN. Gonna watch that one. We got Coal Plants Virginix FG in the treatment of chronic wounds with a 94% medium wound area reduction within 4 weeks. Float of 3 million, so tiny float with that one. LQDA, Liquidia's LIQ861, which sounds definitely like some type of biodrug, meets a primary endpoint in pivotal phase 3 Inspire study in patients with pulmonary arterial hypertension. Float of 6.7 million. Man, I'm getting good at pronouncing these. I gotta give myself some credit here, you know. LIFE, Attire Pharma announces research collab with global biotherapeutics leader CSL Behring. OHRP, New Base Therapeutics, announced agreement for $9 million in financing, float of 20 mil. Salt, man, two-way's hitting me with these today, man. Salt, SALT, which is Scorpio Bulkers Incorporated, announced the sale of 2 Kamsarmax vessels for $48 million and updates to the first quarter of 2019 TSE rates, $42 million float. SBBP, Strongbridge Bio, announced top-line results from extended evaluation phase of the pivotal phase 3 Sonic study of Recorlev. All right, I might just give up here. This is way too much, man. That's too many, man. I mean, I know the penny stocks are going crazy, but man,
I'm enjoying this.
right, man. Hey, look, after a certain point, it's just kind of like, man, these are hard to say anyway. But no, I appreciate it too, way. I'll finish it here.
Two-way has to start his own talk show.
Right. Honestly, he did a class yesterday, man. He did a class. When I named the class, I gave him some ground rules. When I named the class, I almost named it Two Ways Corner. You know, I almost named it like Two Way, like some gimmicky two-way name, like Two Ways Touchdown. You know, two ways.
You gotta start a blog.
Right.
Start a blog, man.
Yeah. I always named it like Two Ways Corner or Two Ways, but I just named it Two Ways Class.
Or the Two-Way Podcast.
Right. Yeah.
My boy needs a podcast.
Right.
Let out all that information.
For sure, man. All right, so let's finish this off. Okay, this one's hard. Levo, keto, cozinazole for the potential treatment of endogenous Cushing's syndrome. Float of 20 million. Then we have TNXP. This one ran last week, which is Tonix Pharmaceuticals. They enrolled first participants in the recovery study, a new phase 3 trial of Tamiya for the treatment of post-traumatic stress disorder. Float of 1.1 million. Tiny float for TNXP. So interesting here. And yeah, we posted a demo class yesterday as well. Like I say, man, we got some cool comments for those. Let's read some of the comments for this demo class on gaps. We posted 30 minutes of a class yesterday. Listen to these comments. My favorite one is, brilliant video, thank you. All of those gurus out there selling this type of information for thousands must really hate you. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure they do. You know, That's my favorite comment.
I'm sure we're gonna get to a point one day where we're gonna be doing so well that the big gurus out there are gonna have to change their whole pricing schemes, because we're not gonna allow them to kind of take advantage of daily traders trying to learn and trying to charge them thousands and thousands for something that we can give you for as simple as $15 a month.
Yeah. Exactly. We'll change the whole thing. And somebody asked, what is the ticker for the 20 million float stock? I don't know.
Hold on, I got you.
It is.
I think you put it up.
Levo keto conazole. I know that.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Isn't it LOL?
That's so hard to pronounce, man. Which stock scanner do you use for picking up potential winning? I mean, I don't know if I use like any specific scanner to pick up winning stocks. Honestly, for me, I mostly trade the same stocks every day. You know,
I used to use FinViz a lot. You can use FinViz. You can go in there in performance. You can change float size. You can change relative volume. Those are the kind of things that you want to look on the daily chart. Daily chart is going to matter to you is performance. It's going to be relative volume, and it's also going to be focused on the market cap. I don't like trading stocks that are way too big in market cap. The smaller the market cap, the easier to manipulate and get that momentum.
Yeah.
But you got to determine what kind of screeners you want to use to screen out the stocks.
That's it. So it's LIFE Tech. Yeah, I mean, I use Trade Ideas here. I mean, I've said it before, and I like Trade Ideas. I think Trade Ideas is a good scanner. I think it's probably the best scanner that they have out right now for the most part.
Looks like NIO is taking a little bit of a
hit.
Yeah, a little bit of a pooper.
Yeah, dip today, you know.
Let's see if we can get back to 625s.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna look at some of these. The problem, like, you know, I finished yesterday, or last week off well. The problem though is that a lot of stuff was just moving up, especially at the open. There just weren't that many fade opportunities. I did miss a few, but last week there just weren't that many fade opportunities. And so like that's what I got to shoot for today. Yeah, GLBS is getting hit. TNXP might run today. Yeah, man. TNXP's up right now from 280 to 350, so big move. DBX Dropbox. Yeah, man. I mean, the penny stocks are really starting to go crazy now. The penny stocks are really starting to go crazy now, and they have been for the last week or so. And this is kind of, the market constantly changes, and sometimes we get a lot of high cap movers that are running and not that many penny stocks, and sometimes we just get a lot of penny stocks that start to run. This is one of those weeks where, and there's this group of weeks where we get some big penny stock movers and just some really volatile moves like BPTH last week. We get those type of moves probably, I don't know. We get a stock like BPTH, one or two times a year, but we get a lot of other little mini parabolic movers as well that, they go up, 5, 6, 700%. Like I said, with regard to like BPTH, a stock that went up, 10,000%. It's a little different, but we do get a few moves like this every year, and it's just about a lot of times, like I said before, when the penny stocks really start to run like this. Sometimes the higher cap stocks slow down a little bit. Sometimes the AMDs and the little bit more expensive stocks slow down a little bit because everybody, understandably so, everybody's attention is kind of focusing on these big parabolic crazy penny stocks, and I get it, I really do, but we'll see what we get. It's for that reason I've been a little bit more hesitant in this market. I haven't been trading as often. Like last week I skipped 2 days because I just didn't see anything I really liked, and I'm not going to force anything just to trade. And so I think that's kind of an approach that traders have to have sometimes, is if your strategy, if what you're looking for isn't, if you don't see any of what you're looking for, then you don't have to force it. You don't need to trade. It's not something that you have to trade every day or you're going to get penalized for. Just take a break, Spectate. That's what you got to do sometimes. But yeah, man, AXGT is tradable, Mitch. We can actually trade that one.
Which one?
AXGT.
All right, one that I'm looking at right now, I'm doing a little research, is RKDE. It's a good idea. They moved into the hemp industry, so they got granted their first industrial hemp pilot program. So they're splitting their company up with their food ingredients and nutritional oils, and they're splitting it to also include a cannabis-focused business. Industrial hemp, along with strains of cannabis, are decades behind agricultural crops in terms of improved plant genetics.
Right. For sure. I mean, they'll get there, I think. Eventually. But yeah, man, I don't even, I can trade AXGT, but it's been so long since I've attacked these. I mean, I'm just going to look for some gap fills. The good thing about the volume, though, is that it's decent right now. We have decent volume. That $2 level is interesting. Maybe look for a break under that if it starts to push up. Gonna watch that as well for AXGT.
Yeah.
RKDA, you said that one
It's
doesn't seem-
tradable.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
I already looked that one up for sure. Did my research. I'm gonna keep those two on eye for sure. RKDE, RKDA, and AXGT. I can see that one holding a support there at 210. Keeps going up to the resistance. Has a good trend line that you can draw across it. If it holds above the trend line and gets to the 240s, you can see that breakout get into the 250s. If for some reason we get a move towards 226, 227 area and a quick rejection, you could also see a flush out.
Right.
I'm going to keep that one on watch.
I don't hate it because, I mean, if it breaks 250, you know, it's also breaking the pre-market high, and so it could really run if it breaks that, holds it as support, and then continues. And so that's interesting to me.
I could see also a $2 move, a $2 breakage.
Right.
And then what's going to be important is this 196 support. If that can crack, then we can probably get back down to $1.
Mm-hmm.
So keep this one on watch. What's the news behind this one?
Two-way posted. Let me find it. AXGT. Here it is. It is. They announced clinical update from their first Tay-Sachs disease patient dosed with their bio gene therapy drug. So basically, some results from their bio drug came out. So it's a real catalyst, but it's not like. Let's see what else we can find here for this one. Yeah, they saw interim results. So yeah, it's basically positive 3-month data from an investigation study with one patient. It was only one patient, though. They said it was generally well tolerated with no serious adverse events. At 3 months, no clinically relevant lab abnormalities were observed following the biodrugs administration. So positive data with one patient with AXGT. AXGT. Yeah, Boeing, man. They say Boeing's dragging the market down. And, I mean, it's down from 420s to 370s. So keep an eye on that.
This AXGT is a relatively new stock.
Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it looks like it IPO'd mid-February.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Me neither. That's something to keep an eye on. It does have if you go a little bit back, it did have some strong news last year for Parkinson's treatment.
Jason said it used to be AXON. I remember AXON.
You see that little trick right there?
Right, man. I remember AXON too. AXON's a former runner. I mean, it used to go crazy. I used to trade it back in the day.
Yeah, it used to get manipulated.
Yep.
That's
that's why we remember it. It went parabolic last year in May, late May, early June. It gapped up from 2s all the way up to 3s, and then it ran to 650s, and so it went kind of crazy last year. Now it's a different symbol. Interesting.
I'm going through the filings, see if I can find something.
So how's everybody's weekend today? Or how's everybody's weekend? How was everybody's weekend? Yeah, man. My kids aren't here, so I didn't. I'd like to say I was able to sleep in, but you know, as a trader, you don't ever really get to sleep in. Let's be honest here. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I forgot what it was like to sleep past 9 o'clock. Like it's insanity.
Yeah, man. I mean, my wife actually, like, my wife and I have like a deal, right? Like, since so like we have two kids. You know, if anybody's ever had like a young child, they wake up super early every single morning. You know, like my son, he's up at like 6 a.m. every single morning. You know, like, hey, I want to play video games. Like, I want to go do this. I'm hungry. Like, he's up at 6 a.m. every morning. So like, no matter what, you're not gonna get to sleep in. But my wife and I like work it out to where we each get 1 day a week to sleep in. And so like 1 day a week on the weekend we rotate. Like some days she'll sleep in till like 10 and some days I'll sleep in until 10. So we rotate and it works, man. So I get 1 day a week to sleep in usually on the weekend. And it's usually Saturday is when I get to sleep in. But honestly, I never actually do sleep in though. Like the problem is that when you get used to waking up early every morning, like even if I have no alarm set or anything like that, by like 9 o'clock, by like 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm up. Like no matter what, like I'm awake. You know.
Yeah, interesting. This AXGT um, actually gave an order. Um, they got an order granting confidential treatment. So that's why you don't find news about them being AXON. They,
Ah,
they actually submitted a file to kind of keep that information away from you.
yeah.
It was submitted on March 6th. Well, received on March 6th. So looking into that right now.
Hmm. That is interesting.
Yeah, I found I'm like right now going through the OTC markets. A lot of their information you're gonna find on the OTC market.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why they do daylight savings time, man. I mean, here's the thing though. Whenever it's fall back, or whenever it's spring forward, I hate it. But whenever it's fall back, I'm like, yeah, you know, let's get an extra hour of sleep. You know what I mean? Look at NIO spike up here though. NIO spiking up. It's up to sevens now in pre-market. I mean, it's still down technically. It's down a few cents in pre-market, but NIO is getting some volume and just spiked up some. We'll see where that one goes too. AMD up. The overall SPY is up some. Now, it was a kind of a rough week last week for the SPY. You know? About Monday, it started tanking here. SPY dropped down from the low 80s down to 275. So, it's been a rough week, man, for the SPY. Daniel says, I'm on train watching you guys. Any input on UGAZ and DGAZ for today? Don't have any view of pre-market numbers. Thanks. What is it? Those are natural gas ETFs, right? UGAZ and DGAZ, those are natural gas ETFs, right? If I remember correctly, that's what they are. Casey would know for sure. Casey's the one that usually likes trading those from our members. Yeah, natural gas. Let me look. I'll look up the news for those for you. I mean, there's a release that says why pipelines are so bullish on natural gas. They say both companies are seeing record volumes flowing through their pipelines, but existing growth is also driving the need for expansion. So I think people are, from what this article says, a lot of companies and people are bullish on natural gas. What is UGAZ and DGAZ doing here? Oh, maybe not. I mean, we say that, but there's a big drop right now in pre-market, 33.70s. We'll see what we get. I mean, I'm not really one to fundamentally trade any type of future. And so I don't know if I'd be the best person to give you advice on natural gas. Yeah, AXGT is actually tradable for us too, Pat, for sure, man. Um, Made 200 off of MCGI. Have $100 more to go, and I'm done with the penny stocks, the real penny stocks. Too rough to trade. Hey, man, good luck, brother. I hope you achieve it, man. Hope you do it. Arrow says TBLT. Let's see what we get with that one. Also, what do you guys think I should do this weekend this week with the kids? It's spring break for my kids, right? Should I bring them to the zoo or the aquarium? Personally, I like the aquarium better. It's inside. It's less crowded. More cool stuff. Zoo outside. It's gonna be a lot hotter here in Houston. Just less fun. I think aquarium's where I'm trying to roll with.
I mean, I think the kids will like the zoo better, and you will like the aquarium better.
Yeah, you always got to play devil's advocate, man. Why you got to do this, man?
It's the truth. It's the truth. Kids, I mean, I didn't like the aquarium when I was young.
What? You didn't like the aquarium, bro? How, man?
Nah, man. It's some big old glass. I feel like I'm looking in a fishbowl.
Yeah, man. No, I actually agree with you.
I like the otters. Otters are pretty cool.
They are cool, man. I like petting the stingrays, though. Here's the thing. The zoo, you don't really get up close with everything, right? Like, yeah, my favorite thing as a kid were, like, snakes and, like, reptiles is what I loved as a kid. So, like, I loved the reptile exhibit. I always got mad because they would be, like, live dinosaurs, and then there were a bunch of fake dinosaurs, and I would, like, get mad at my parents for it. I remember. But, yeah, man, we'll see.
All right, guys. So found some information on this AXGT, at least information that is very important. One of the key things with new stocks and stocks that are making big moves up is dilution. You want to know what's going on with the stock dilution-wise. And this stock has more than, I think we got like 2 or 3 million common shares that can be exercisable options. It's exercisable 60 days after February 15. So at any point they can grab those shares 60 days after February 15. So we're still within that range. I think that's what's happening here. Probably, you never know. It could be 500 shares, 500,000 shares. It could be 1 million shares.
Right.
And there's a bunch of them actually here. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different options that can be filled. People can be filling in those shares. This is all from their owners, their beneficial owners. So one of the key things that I always look for is to see who are the biggest owners in the company. Do they have options that can be exercised? And that could be the reason why a stock is being kind of shot up.
Right. Pumped up a little bit.
Yep. It's just as simple as investors getting in with a whole bunch of share volume, which causes, of course, the price of the stock to come up.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, for sure. Also, I'm going to watch BPTH here. So, like I said, Friday, BPTH, crazy mover. And like we said, like I thought it's still a little early. This thing could easily spike up some more. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, this thing could start to go crazy again. But like I said, I think most stocks and most people are going to look at this like it's just going to come right back down. Just a quick pump. People got their money, and then they're just going to start selling out of it.
There you go.
Down to 23s,
I put up the website if you guys want to see what I was looking at for AXGT.
Yeah, Lucas, we'll think about that, man. I think they would like that as well. My son for sure would. Climbing up stuff. My son's latest obsession has been Sonic the Hedgehog, and so he's been like running around with. We have a Sonic hat and Sonic slippers and all this stuff.
All right. You guys, how I got this great news was using my filter news kind of source that I use. I think it's honestly my favorite tool for trading, just because it brings so many things to me at once. It's going to be called Micro Cap Search. it gives you an ability to get links all at once. So you can get float, news, insider activity, institutional ownership, all the filings that you can find from that stock. I think it's a really great website to use. Have no affiliate with them at all. Just kind of really think it's a great, great tool for especially you new traders out there.
Right, for sure. Just gives people a good option to look up what the catalyst for certain stocks.
Yeah. Sometimes what happens is that you can look up certain websites, but you end up going all over the place to FinViz, to Yahoo, to MarketWatch, to Seeking Alpha. And this one gives you an ability to at least have all the links in one page, and you can just click and it'll open it up and you can stay on it.
Right. We got SNES. Do you remember SNES? This one's popping up on the scanners. Not really moving too much in pre-market, but I remember SNES just because it had the Super Nintendo symbol. TENX running some. So TENX does have some volume. A lot of people talking about TNXP earnings today. They said, look at this run up in TNXP right now in pre-market. It's up from 280 up to 387. So it's up a little bit over $1, about $1.05 right now at 385. And so TNXP running, AXGT running. And so we definitely have some movement here in pre-market from these penny stocks. Cron for a short. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look at some of these as well. Cannabis plays for sure. They've been in a big downtrend lately. They've been spiking up some at the open, but they've kind of been fading back down, specifically in pre-market most of the time. Like if you look at Cron, it's only really had one down day during actual market hours, but it's actually been falling most of the time in pre-market. And then kind of having break-even days, maybe slightly green, and then dropping more in pre-market. So we'll watch these as well. ACB looks a little, looks up today. We got APHA. All right, so yeah, 500 shares is what I'm going to be looking at today. 500 shares, depending on the stock, of course. It just depends. If it's CGC, it's like 200 shares because it's a bigger range stock. But for the most part, I'm looking at a few hundred shares at least, 500 shares. Gonna look to scale up a little bit more. Last week was a good week. The week before was a good week. Really, just a good month last month, and so gonna look to scale up a little bit more now. Take some bigger positions. All right, guys, we got about 6 minutes. We got AMD here. Gonna keep, if you've been following along with the series, I've kind of been testing the moving average crossover. We've got a lot of input from a few different people when trading the strategy. Casey's ultimately the one that told us about this one, and so shout out to Casey. But I think you need confirmation with this strategy. I think that the thing about it, though, is that the times that it doesn't work, if you take it every instance of it, the times that it works are going to make you much more than the times that it doesn't work. So if you approach it with good risk reward and, I think you're okay. And you don't just let it run even though you're getting that exit confirmation, then, I think you should be okay. I think when it sticks with the trend, it depends on the stock. But overall, I think when it sticks with the trend, it's going to give you a bigger reward than when it doesn't. But it's something that we're just going to keep testing. It's something still pretty early. I've only been paper trading it a week, and I just want to keep testing it before I really decide to use live money. I don't want to make this... No, go ahead.
I have to agree with you. I mean, one of the key things is kind of learning the in and outs of it. And we understand the entrings and exits, but we want to understand which ones are going to be the A+ charts, the B+ charts, and the Cs.
Right.
So that way we can target the best trades.
Exactly. All right, let's get everything up. We're going to get these scanners, and we're going to get the intraday scanners rolling here. There we go. All All
to hit
right.
the vape.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
I've been off the coffee life for trading, man. It's kind
Wow.
of weird.
No coffee in trading?
No coffee, man.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I like coffee and everything like that, but I don't drink that much coffee. Like, coffee, like, there's some people that just drink tons of coffee every day. I'm not one of them. I might drink half a cup every morning. Just to kind of,
just a little something.
right, just to kind of snap me awake a little bit. What's up, Jono? What's up, man? What's up, Nick? Yeah, I think a lot of people are still adjusting to that daylight savings time. You know, I think some people are still adjusting to it.
Frenchy with it. Nick with the French.
See, my wife has a French press. I've tried to use them before. It just takes too long, man.
It's too French for me, man.
I mean, I'm French, kind of. But, you know, I'm about 30% French. I did one of those, like we were talking about it in the stream the other day. I did one of those 23andMe DNA testing kits. And it's cool, man. It's cool. Like,
Pinky out. Pinky out. Fancy with it.
I mean, I just drink a Keurig.
I like the old school espresso. Really like that little thing you just put on the stove. Bam, bam. Old school.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I like espressos because you don't have to drink too much.
Just take a shot real quick of espresso.
Take a shot. Yeah, get going.
All right, guys.
I wasn't too off, on Friday for BPTH. I wish I would have been able to get those 33s. It was definitely a fun ride to watch this one.
Yeah, man. Crazy move. Honestly, I missed most of the big crazy run on Thursday. It was Thursday, right, when it rained crazy? Let me see. It's something like that.
Yeah, I missed a lot of it, too.
All right, guys. We got about a minute and a half. Let's get ready. Watching AMD for the, like I said, for the first move. Let's see how that goes. For the first moving average crossover play. Watching AXGT, penny stock that's tradable, BPTH, NIO, AMD, cannabis plays. So yeah, we got some options here. We'll see what else we get in the market, but we got a minute left, guys. 1 minute. John O says, John, I'm waiting on my results for my heritage DNA. I might have a sister I didn't know about. Yeah, I mean, I got my results. Like, a lot of the results I already knew. But yeah, I'm like 5% African, about 3% Spanish, 30% French, like 40% British. You know, and so most of those I already knew, but it was cool to figure out everything. A little bit Native American, you know. All right, guys, we got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Here's the bell. All right, guys, good luck. Good luck. Let's do it.
Good luck, guys. All right. Immediately, I can see AMRN get some volume there. Watching AXGT do that little push up to that resistance that we talked about. Right there, it's starting to hit up there, 219s, 220s. Let's see if it can hold the 220s and get some volume, or if sellers are going to step in there. Right. There we go, a little push past 220s, and you see how the volume starts collecting there. So you want to see if they can hold that.
Cron spiking up as well, CRON. AMD down a little bit, but let's see what we get. Oh, I forgot to set my moving averages up. Hold on, let me add these. There we go. Yeah, Kron spiked up some. Previous day's close is right around 21.80, so we'll see if it gets up there and how it acts around that previous day's closing price. CGC dropping some. So
Looking
gonna
at
watch.
ACB.
Gonna look at CGC for a potential fade here. I could use 45.40, or no, I could use the $0.50 as my risk, just about for about 10 cents with CGC. AMD spiking up here. And one thing I don't do, like I don't like the crossover play as much on long stocks, on like upward moves. It never seems to work well with upward moves, at least for AMD. I think that maybe my short bias kind of comes out a little bit there, but what did ACB didn't end up doing?
AXGT cracking those twos, going right to that 196 that we talked about.
Yeah, man, that's the interesting one for that one. Honestly, is that $2 support, man. It's got that $2 main support there.
Yep, we got VWAP now right there above it at 216. If you took it, you could risk off of 225. You got to be careful because that is the high of the day for right now.
Yep.
It's not a bad trade though. It would be a 10-cent risk. Potential gain on the first one is 16 cents.
What do you think about CGC right now? CGC's slowly creeping up to the VWAP here.
I'm also looking at ACB.
Yep, ACB is too.
MBEV.
There goes ACB getting there. MBEV dropping some. Doesn't look terrible.
Putting a short order out there for 788s for ACB. There you go, guys. Short ACB there. 800 shares at 788. Looking to cover my first shares at 880, at 780. RKDA also looking good. It's coming down to the support. Let's see how it breaks there.
NIO dropping a little bit here. CGC's right up there. It's still a little early for me, I think, to jump in. There, some of these are following through though, but NBEV looks a little bit. I like NBEV.
All right, guys, don't want to pass 92s here. 92's my out here. A little rejection there. Let's see if it fills in shares again.
There you go. That drops a little bit better for you.
Don't want to back up here, 93s. It's looking strong there. Yep. Rejection there. There it goes right back up.
AMD dropping down some.
All right, guys, I'm out there.
Don't stress it.
$48 loss. Not bad.
Yeah, small loss under $50.
Yep. You got the VWAP fade opportunity for AXGT. It's at that point. Looking also at AMRN and RKDA.
AMD just broke under those lows here. NIO did as well.
MBEV, not too bad of a little fade there. Just missed it.
NBEV was a good one. Yeah.
Yep.
That one followed through. I'll be right back, guys. At like 10 and like
AXGT getting some volume there. Ripped through the 20s. And so is BPTH. AXGT now in 240s. It held those 220s It ripped up. Maybe a VWAP bounce here for AXGT. There you go, guys. Trying to get in there at 220. Risk would be 210. Missed me by a cent there.
All right, what I miss
Looking at a VWAP bounce potential here. Play
on
AX.
AXGT? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the first thing I saw when I came up here. Is that
220s off of 210. That was your entry.
I'm also
Risk.
looking at NBEV for a potential fade opportunity. The only problem is that it's the rest of the cannabis plays are kind of trending against it. I don't hate though AXGT. You know, you can use 13 cent or 213 as your risk, about 10 cents, 210. You know. We got AMD staying in a little bit of a tight range here. We got NBEV, could be a fade. For NBEV, we could also get some VWAP bounces here. NIO had a nice fade there. I kind of missed that one too. But NIO had a good fade. Kron's kind of right at the VWAP too here. ACB bouncing a little bit there too. Um, uh,
Right. I'm in some of AXGT. I gotta sell some here past the 30s. Trying to add sizing there. I got a bad fill there to 24. It was supposed to be put it in at 21.
yeah, I mean, I'm in AMD with the testing paper trade for the moving average crossover. You know, we got white over blue cross. That usually means bullish move. I like this one. I mean, it broke the high of the day, so it looks strong here, but you know, you never really know. We'll see what we get. BPTH honestly is running this morning though. I don't know if anybody's seen BPTH today. It's up from $22 all the way to 27. Hasn't had one. It's only had one red candle all of today in 11 out of 11. So BPTH is running. Yeah, like I said, I would be extremely careful with it, but it is running, and so I don't hate it, but I'm gonna be careful with it too. And honestly, AMD, I mean, it looks like it wants to break that range, but it's struggling a little bit here. We'll see if it actually can. It's trying, but it's having some issues at these highs. There it goes up to 29. It's looking a little bit better. Let's see if it follows through now. Every time, though, it gets rejected right around those highs. NIO, if it pulls back to the VWAP, doesn't look terrible. I mean, you got a very obvious 691 risk level, 691 or so. I don't hate it.
All right. Risking off is 215 here.
Oh, are you in AXGT?
214. Yep.
Okay.
You see his 220s get scooped up again.
We did get a little bit of a breakout there. Ugh, I tried to sell. It dropped so fast when I was trying to sell, but that's fine. I'll just let the rest. I got 300 shares left of this AMD one. I'll just let the rest work. BPTH pulling back some.
All right. Selling out here. In this bounce. All right. There you go. That's a nice little loss.
What was your sizing in it?
800 shares.
Well, you got in at 220?
No, I mean, I hit it at 221. I got a bad fill up to 224.
No.
A bad fill there. Should have maybe risked to 210, but it hit there anyways. So.
Don't stress it, brother.
Yeah, it's not that worse. I had a good week last week, so
right.
Starting off the week in a rut. Got to focus in, find the best trade.
Yep. Kron taking a dive here. Look at Kron, man. Kron really pulling back. I don't see any fades really right now that I like. I'm just gonna wait. NIO maybe, if NIO can get up to 686, but like I said, I think the penny stocks are kind of taking some of the, it's a little bit harder to find higher cap decent moves with the penny stocks running like they are, especially BPTH. Big pullback here. Who knows what that one's going to end up doing.
The good old 9 EMA buy. That's what that was right there. That's the 9 EMA buy right there. 2750s was a 9 EMA.
Yeah, man. Little shady, I think. Yeah. For BPTH.
I used to do that one. I used to do that same buy right there. Wait till the stock gets super extended from the 9 EMA. When it retraces to the 9 EMA, buy off of it based off the support underneath it.
Look at that bounce. Yeah.
It was a 25-cent risk there for potential, what we got? $3, $4 rewards, $3.50 or something like that. Not bad, not bad.
Not terrible for sure. Quick bounce. Is it going to get halted here? It's a big green candle. All right, I'm looking at Cron now. If Cron pulls back to the VWAP at 2140s, I don't hate it for a rejection, but gonna give it some time first. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing any fades, man. The fades might be gone again.
Nah, it's just holding. Tiva didn't do that bad one. Tiva's in a fade. It's just
BPTH bouncing off of the bouncing right here. I don't know what it's bouncing off of. Could be the VWAP, could be the whole dollar, could be the 9 EMA, like Mitch said. But
I mean, a lot of short-term traders use that 9 EMA. I know there's one big one I know of. Rossi Ross probably just took a nice 9 EMA buy. That boy does it every time because he has a nice little following behind him to buy it also at the 9 EMA. So it's not too bad. He goes, all right, well, I'm going to get in here in the 9 EMA, puts his order out right below it, lets him buy it up.
I don't know, man. With BPTH, especially at the price it's at now, I don't even know if that would cause it to move. But look at BPTH go, man. It's weird. It's like you get these drops. It's like, I don't know if this is just hype getting behind it. I don't even know if Ross could make this move happen, like this big of a move. At this point for me, it's just kind of like, well, you know, it could be insiders. It could be a lot of different stuff.
He has more than, I think, times now, more than 20, 30,000 traders in his chat room. 30,000 people hit the buy button. It's a lot of money. But it's not more about that. It's a good buy there on that pullback.
For sure. I mean, it's a big move, man, and it could be a few different things causing it. Right, that's what I say. BPTH is kind of expensive now.
Yeah, and dangerous because it's spread.
Right, for sure. I'm scared to trade
halted.
it. Yeah,
got halted.
That's what I figured it would. It just seemed like it was about to. Kind of a crazy move. I'm still in this AMD crossover play. I mean, I'm up in it, but it's not. Yeah, don't nobody remind me about LSU basketball coach Wade. I just don't see any fades, guys. I mean, NIO.
Stocks looking like VWAP bounces,
No.
ACB, APHA.
I don't hate NIO. The volume's super low for it though right now, but you know that's kind of what I'm looking at some of these, but got to look for some. I just don't see many fades. It's been kind of a little slow with the strategy I use lately.
No, Connor, I'm out. Took a loss.
Do you mean on
AXGT. Looking interesting now. If it gets above 220s.
Yeah, I mean, for it to, somebody said it looks like a good fade. For it to be a good fade for me, at least, I would want to. I'm gonna take a sell a little bit off of my position here. All right, I'm letting this AMD trade work. I mean, it's worked well so far. Looking at Cron. Looking at CGC NIO. What was the white line on AMD? It's the I think that's the 26 SMA. Yeah, it's the 26 simple moving average. I'm gonna sell. I think it might start to drop here, so I'm gonna sell some of this off and then let the rest work here. See if we can get a one more breakout. But so far so good with this one. See if we can get that high of the day break here. There's 42s, 43s. All right, I got out of it. $50 gain for the moving average crossover strategy. Not bad, not terrible.
All right. One that you could be looking for a VWAP fade is a AMRN. I think that one can get back to VWAP. Be interesting. Looking at here, AXGT. It's holding the support here. See what happens here.
Looking at CGC too. There goes BPTH gapping down after the halt. Big gap down. Yeah, man. We'll see though. I mean, we'll see if it quickly bounces back, which is possible here.
All right, gonna try this one more time here. AXGT off of 210.
BPTH. We'll see what happens with this one. We'll see if it continues dropping or what with this one, but a little bit too sketchy for me. I'm not gonna buy it, especially after that halt on the way down for BPTH. I'm not gonna mess with that one. You long or short in AXGT, Mitch?
Long.
Okay.
Is slightly below VWAP, but holding support multiple times there. Has a flag, fully filled. I know exactly where my out is. Taking this trade once already. I'm taking it again based on the same risk to reward. Let's see if I get it this time. What we want to see is these 218s. There's a huge share size that keeps coming up, 218s, 220s. If we can see that get slam filled, then they should hit that momentum to get to 240s. If not, then it'll probably crack down here and we'll have to get out. So you got to give it that chance. Right there's the 18s. There you go. It just got filled. There's the 220s.
There you go. Looks good for you, man.
bit, looking to sell my first little bit into this rip, into the 30.
Yeah, I could throw you up. Let me see. Oh.
There you go, guys. Sold 500 there at 230. All right, hold on. I got you.
What was your size with this one?
All right, there you go. I'll remove the chat so you guys can see it.
Okay.
Let me just expand this open so it doesn't look that bad.
What was the sizing?
Again, I got in 1,000 shares. I had 900, 800 the first time. Looking to sell some right here. 1 in 38s.
That looks good.
We'll just take right there, 300. Now we're gonna look for the break of the high of day, okay?
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's not going to be a losing trade at this point.
Yep.
That was a beautiful. You got in right.
Zero. If you guys, I was down $100 back to realized zero.
What does that say right there?
Unrealized. 30.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have 200 shares left from 214. I could look to add at 220, but I'm going to look for this one to rip through right now, 240s. Let's see if it rips. There's 240s. Look at that. Look at that ass get filled up. Look at the sellers getting filled up there.
Nice, bro. Hey, let's see that high of the day break. Let's see it get it. This is what I wish for you, Mitch. I wish this thing breaks the high of the day and then gets halted, gaps up 30 cents. That's my wish for you, bro.
I won't be mad at you.
Yeah.
All right, could look for an ad here at probably 222 area.
All right, here I'm gonna throw you down a little bit real quick because I'm thinking about getting in CGC.
You're good.
All right, yeah. Let me know if you're about to do something. I'll throw you back up.
We'll do.
All right. So let's see CGC. Yeah, I can throw you up on this screen as well. What is it? AXTG. AX. See, look.
AXGT.
Okay. All right, so with CGC right now, I'm looking for a VWAP projection. If I get in at 35, I could set a 50-cent risk. So or I can set it at 45.50, so that's about 15 cents. And then my reward level can be down to about 45 or so about 2 to 1 on CGC. I don't hate it. I like the risk level. And so we'll see if we get it up there or not. Get in with maybe 300 shares with this one since it's a bigger range and give it some time. If it actually gets up there or not.
Looks like it got bought up in the 30s. Let's see if it can push past 40.
BPTH came all the way back down to 28 at the VWAP. A&F's back down in the VWAP too. Okay, so we got this move on Cron here. Or on CGC. I'm down. I'm in with 300 shares with this one. Like I said, my risk is about 15 cents or so, but bad fail for sure. And that's going to hurt me a little bit here, but the drop just now is a little bit better. We'll see if we get the drop down to 45s or so, but I'm in with 300 shares. Like I said, I want to use a little bit larger sizing, and so if my loss is a little bit bigger than I normally take today, that's okay. I just got to get used to using a little bit larger sizing with these moves. And so we'll see what we get. $0.50 of 45.50 is my risk. Entry is 45.27. Ooh, I got a terrible fill there. Looking at it. It's alright. Worse fill than I would have wanted to, but it happens. We'll see if we get a nice drop here. It's dropping down to 25s. There we go.
It's getting bought up again. Here comes the rip through the 40s. Let's see it.
Come on, let's see that ask drop a little bit. The bid got pretty low. The bid got on CGC to 45.18s. The ask stayed steady at 45.25. So I'm up, but
Yeah, you dirty boy, John, trying to see that ass drop.
yeah, man. All right, it's at 26. Come on, man. We needed this thing to drop some more. Let's get down there, back down to 25. All right, the bid's at 21. We need the, there we go. Beautiful. All right, I just took half off. And so currently up 24, 26. All right, so at this point, I've scaled out well enough to still be okay. I'm still holding 150 shares of this one. It's down to 17s. Gonna let this work here, see if we get this drop. You know, I've scaled out enough to where I'm okay in the trade now. Just want to see it continue dropping. And see if we can get a test of this low down here at 45 is really the goal. Quick bounce, didn't want to see that, but scaled out some to where I'm somewhat protected. We'll see if we get a nice drop here or not. Man, look at yours is consolidating some here.
Yeah, it's just building that volume through the 30s. People buying up 30s, 230s.
Yep. There we go. There's a nice drop to the 11s, 12s, 9s. Let's see if we get that test of the whole $1.45. Beautiful follow through for this one, though. I mean, this is kind of exactly what I wanted here, but I'll let the rest work. We'll see what we get. 10s. Well, let's get that 45 test.
Getting bought out there. There's the 240s, guys. Lots of sellers showing up there, the 240s. Want to see this 230s gets bought up here on the last little dip. So the last dip, we wanted to get bought up here at 230s and hold 223s.
All right, it's down to 45 10s for mine. Don't really like this bounce here. We're going to let it test. I don't want to see it spike up too much on this bounce. I've scaled out enough to where I'm safe so far. It's at 13s, but I want to see it test 45. It's bouncing off of the whole dollar now. It's not really the move I wanted here, but I've scaled out enough to be safe for the most part in this one. I just want to see a quick bounce and then a quick rejection back down. And I think Mitch wants to see a high of the day break here. Let's see that break.
I'm looking to maybe get an ad here in the 230s. I had an order out there. It didn't fill when it just dropped right now.
He's back down to 10s. Quick drop down to 10s. A little spready for CGC here.
All right, this next candle, don't want it below 227. If it holds 227, curls right around, gets those 240s, we should break out.
Ugh, there's 17s. Not really where I wanted it to go here.
If I didn't have 2 red trades, I would probably add here at the 230 mark and hold the 220. But I'm going to let this go ahead and try to get that rip.
All right. CGC bounced up way higher than I really would have preferred it to. I probably should have exited this last 100 a little bit early because this last 100 seems to be like it's going to hurt me. But I don't want to get caught in a huge squeeze up here. And so just got to protect myself in this last little bit. I'll give it some time to come back down, but it's not really in the it's not really what I wanted to see here with these last little bit. We'll see if we get a squeeze back down, but I'm going to cover the rest soon here.
All right, here's a squeeze through the 240s, 242s.
Looks good.
245s. Trying to let these 245s fill there. No fills in the 45s, guys. It just died out. Let's see if it rips through again. Want to see buys in the 40s.
Man, I let this one come back down on me. Managed this one poor.
Not what I wanted to see there. Fake out. Let's see if it rebuilds.
Yeah, I'm seeing if mine rejected the VWAP again. I'll give it a little bit of time, but
Gotta be careful with this one now. Since it rejected there. Yeah. It's coming back down there. Fake out. Maybe should have taken some on that breakout.
Yeah, I
I
kind of
put
got.
it I put the order out at 49. I got maybe a little greedy. I should have done 45s.
I did too. I got a little greedy with mine too. I mean, I'm letting mine test the VWAP again, but I should have sold out way earlier than I did. Mine was already down at the whole dollar, and I just kind of let it toy around for too long. I mean, it's dropping a little bit for me now. I'll let it work, see if it can come back down, but should have got out of this one when I could have for a little bit better. I was up $40 or so. Let's see if we get a break here again. There's 20s.
Gotta be careful here, guys. Gotta keep to my break even right now. I'm thinking about maybe taking an ad here in the 20 for the VWAP bounce play.
All right, I ended up getting out here for $23 gain. Missed out on some gains for sure, but unfortunately, it bounced back a little bit too much for me. It's just a mismanaged trade on my end, but they happen. We'll see what we get with it. It was a good fade, good follow through. Just got out a little early, and I mean it spiked up to 29. So it's green trade. I can't be super upset with it, but definitely mismanaged it some. Unfortunately, if I'm being honest with myself. I took out a decent amount of profits, but mismanaged this some. But $23 gain. Green is good. Keep the green streak going here. Haven't had a losing day in a while, so good to keep the win streak going. But it depends on the broker. Andrew said, "Can anybody confirm there's no PDT rule for a cash account?" It depends on the broker, honestly. Some brokers are different than others. You know what I mean? And maybe just got kind of scared out of this CGC trade, but it is what it is. Here, you still in, bro?
Yep. Just gotta be careful with it here and not gonna lose on this trade.
Yeah, keep it break even.
0. So not going to become a loser for today, but giving myself a chance that if it pulls back to 240s, we were up there above $40 at one point. So there's no reason to end this too early. Hold to break even. Let myself try to get that reward, the maximum reward. Because if I cut it short and I see it at 240 in a little bit, you'll get that FOMO real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, if
honestly though, you
have 2 losing trades, I would take even an ad in this position.
Right. Plus, I mean, regardless of what happens, even if you get out for break even, I mean, you came back from what, like $100 loss?
Yeah, a little bit over $115, $117.
So right, and in the overall picture, like you're doing well today. Like you came back. Yep. This is a green trade no matter what, you know what I mean? So like
exactly. You just gotta stick around and just try to get myself the maximum potential gain here again.
Yes, sir.
But if I did add, this is the spot. 220s, 221s, then you risk off of your average. Because if it pops through here and gets above 230s, it could easily get scooped up again and be back at 240s.
Right, but I think that's with a margin account, Mikhail. At least I know when I used to trade on Thinkorswim, I only had like $1,500 in my account, and my funds would settle, or not my funds would settle, but my day trades would never run out. Now you still have to wait for the T2 rule, so you're gonna have to wait a few days for your funds to settle regardless. And so if you don't have enough money to do that, then it doesn't matter if you have the PDT rule or not.
See, there was a fade. There was a fade. TiVo. All right, down to 215, 216s there. If it hits 214 again, we're out.
Honestly, I think I got on probably the best fade. I got out a little bit early now looking at CGC. But CGC was a good rejection there. I got in a few rejections there for CGC. And so, not the end of the world, you know. Like, I'll take it.
Hey, it is what it is, right?
Green is good, you know. But with a lot of these, I'm just not seeing too much. Yeah, hold on. Let me throw you up on here. What is this? AXGT.
TH with a big flag there, guys. Big flag.
There you go. But yeah, man, I'm keeping the green streak alive, even though it's a small win. It's still a win. Let's see when the last red day was. So my last losing trade was on February 28th. So hey, what is that? How many days is that? How many trading days? Let me look at a calendar.
A lot.
I mean, hey, that's my green streak right now, man. 20. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. So the 28th was on Tuesday, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trading days. Although I didn't trade twice last week, and so really it's a 5-day green streak. I haven't lost in 5 trading days, or I haven't lost in 5 active trading days where I've actually traded. You know, but it's been 7 trading days since then. So yeah, no losses, no losing trades, no losing days in a week, in a trading week. So not bad.
All right, needed to curl around here, above 20s here, above 21s. We want to see it to get to this 24, 25s. Now our out is 214 now.
Yeah, that is killer from the other stream.
Killer.
Yeah, he's about to get banned again.
The hammer.
Yeah. I mean, he just doesn't. You can tell he doesn't trade. He's just kind of tell me your country business live stream video national.
National.
I don't know what that means. All right, here. I'm
right,
sorry.
Be careful here, guys.
Sorry. You're gone, man.
There, you got scooped. Looks like it got scooped up there.
Appreciate the sub, to Papa. My father here, you know, to Papa in the house.
You Papa? All right, guys, there you go. That's what I wanted to see there, guys. All right, so now I'm going to put an order out there at 220s to add here.
There you go.
Means looking to add share size here as the stock's approaching that strength again.
Look, now we're gonna get. He's gonna come back with another name here eventually, right? No, Vaz.
Let's see if we can hold and get above 220s. Shares going through at 216, so gotta be careful here.
Nick says, let's take bets on what celebrity name Hero comes back as. That's a tough one, man.
I guess it's the president.
Right. But I mean, he's kind of out though. He last one, Hillary was just a presidential candidate. So he could do Mitt Romney. He could come back as Mitt Romney.
Nah,
It's got to be somebody more popular than that though. I think.
Bernie.
Yeah, he could be coming back as Bernie. He already did Trump, right? He could be coming back as Bernie.
That's my bet right there. No one steal it.
All right. I like that one. You know.
Who wants to take the bet?
I'll take that bet all day. What's up?
What's up? I'll put a live 1-on-1 for that.
Yeah.
Who wants to take that bet?
Yeah. Yeah, but yours is bouncing back though. AXGT's coming back. We'll see. Let me look it over my chart.
It's those 220s, man. Those 220s are holding hard.
Yeah.
People buying them up there. The good thing is my second entry. My second entry was down here, guys, 214. So almost on the support. The support was 210.
Somebody said he's going to come back as John and Mitch. Somebody already came here as John and Mitch. We had this hater. His name was O-Trap. And he would hate on us. The good thing about doing really well is that he can't say anything. You know, he would tell us we're terrible traders and stuff like that. You know, but when you go on a 7-day win streak and you do it live on stream, you can't really say anything to that. You know, and so he's just kind of quiet now, which is great. It's hilarious, but yeah, I think Bernie Sanders is probably the more reasonable screen name he's going to come back with.
Bernie.
All right, there's 220s.
All right, got to be careful here, guys, because it is looking like it could crack down through the 214. So now we got to definitely hold. We want this to hold here and just quickly get to the 230s.
Yeah, the market is, let's see. The SPY is green.
All right, 224s there. There you go. Got bought up 25s. Ripped through the 230s. Let's go.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get that high of the day break again, man. It's kind of a buzzkill. It's kind of a buzzkill last time. It got right up to 224s and then it just, or 240s, and then it just wicked back down. So let's see if it can do it. Look at CGC. Got out early. Mismanaged my trade. I'm happy I had a green day, but I definitely mismanaged CGC. I had a good entry, perfect entry. I was not a perfect entry, a terrible entry. A bad fill, I should say. But immediate pullback. I was immediately green on the trade. And it eventually broke under 45. So definitely mismanaged that one. And I can admit that. And, you know, I think trading isn't just about what you do right, but it's about what you do wrong. And mismanaged it. But, hey, it's kind of how it goes. And we can always work on doing better tomorrow.
Exactly.
Neo says envy is a dangerous thing. Absolutely, man. That's envy and insecurity. Those are the two worst things, you know, for people in general. It stunts most people's growth in life. Having both of those things
is that why I'm short?
Right. Right.
That's what it is.
It stunts growth. Yeah. I just now got that.
You got that.
Yeah.
You could tell I'm having a real fun morning.
Right. Hey, man, if I was you, I'd be super happy, man. I mean, you took a over $100 loss, and that's why risk reward is crucial here. You take a $100 loss, you take 2 losing trades, you come back with 1 green trade, redeem the whole loss, for sure, man. I mean, that's why risk reward is so important. Is because if you have good risk reward, even if you have more losing trades than winning trades, you can still be profitable in the long run, or you can still be profitable in the day. And so it's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah, now we're getting more like a symmetrical triangle, and I'm glad I have my entry down all the way to 214.
Honestly, and when I saw you get into this AXGT trade, I was a little worried about you, to be honest. Not worried about you. I just didn't know if I agreed with the trade.
Yeah.
But
the real key was it was just real geometrical, the way that everything pulled back.
Right.
The only thing I would agree that I didn't like was the VWAP being above my entry. But sometimes that can actually help you if you get a swing.
Right. It's a reversal strategy. It's a reversal. Even if it's underneath the VWAP, you know, that's you're just trying to take advantage of the reversal back up, you know. ACB's at the VWAP. ACB is. I don't know if I like it now, but it is kind of at the VWAP. So
Gotta give it this chance to get above 30s. Still really hasn't ripped above that 30 yet.
you know this one though. Just be careful. This thing can swing, man. You know,
Yeah.
for sure.
One of the keys is I should show you my other chart.
I appreciate the subs. A. Thomas, Two Papa, John Nero,
Look at this
DeMello.
one. This chart would describe more how I'm really trading it. The other one was kind of my top chart. So this is my trading screen right there. That's what I'm pretty much holding to. That's what I see.
Yeah, well, leave it at this one. I like this one better. This one's easier. It's more symmetrical.
Yeah, a lot more sense. It's more just kind of that top screen. My other trading screen. I have multiple order screens. So.
Right, that's what it is, Nick. He's just a kid, man, and that's why, like, I don't want to be mean to him, but here's the thing, like, if he's not, if he wants to learn about trading, that's fine. But if he's just kind of talking about random stuff and posting emojis and just trying to hang out, like, that's not really what I want the stream to be about, you know. Like, you gotta add useful, and you gotta be a useful member of the chat if you're gonna be in the chat. And if you're just not, if you're never talking about streaming, if you're never talking about stocks, and you're just always just kind of talking about random stuff, it's, you know, it's just not relevant to what we're doing here. You know, yeah, for sure.
Nonsense.
Right.
Real quick, nonsense is the word.
Right.
We don't need more noise.
Right.
We try to keep our chat where it actually is trader friendly versus anti-trader friendly, where a lot of chats get to, where it doesn't matter really what you put up in there. Half the time is just like just trash, just garbage. Half the time the people talking on there are garbage.
And I'm for sure, but I'm not the best with it either. Like I can be introspective enough to know that, like, I ramble about non-trading stuff. But I mean, it's Mitch and I stream. You know, we can do what we want here. But you know, we mostly talk about stocks, and that's the big thing. Is that, you know, if a majority of content needs to be about stocks.
All right, got to be careful here, guys. It's approaching 219 there. Tell you the truth, if I didn't lose, that's the ad again. I've been talking about this 221 ad, 220 ad. There's a reason why. As soon as it keeps going to it, we get this little kind of burst up to 26, 28. So my average could be right now, instead of 214 with 200 shares, my average could be 400 shares with 216 average. And then I could hold that 216, break even on the rest. If you guys see my chart, you guys would see how that would make sense.
Nick asked, do I know the difference between net liquidity and day trades versus cash and sweep vehicle means for the account section on Thinkorswim? I have to look at it. Net liquidity just sounds like how much, like, borrowing power you have, like, specifically. Like
one that looks like it could reverse out of a pattern. It's a long bull flag, also ACB. Very symmetrical there. Or it could just crack down and come back down. Right here, we got to be careful with AXGT. It's really on the breaking point. Look at my chart. You guys can see the symmetrical triangle holding right here. If it gets bought up in here in the 20s, it could scoop up and get to the 230s. If not, it's probably going to sink back down to my entry, which is 214. And I'll go ahead now and get out there.
Yeah, it's like I said. I think net liquidity refers to how much you have to trade with at the current time, and cash and sweeps means the actual cash equity you have in your account.
Guys, 16.
I'd let it.
We're gonna let it touch our number.
Yeah.
We're gonna let it touch our number, because even if we lose 1 cent, it's only 200 shares.
Right.
I'm not I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah, for sure.
So now you see how it starts to look not on our side. Right here, it's really not on our side. It needs to get back above that 220 for it to be on the Bulls side. Right now, it's leaning on the Bears kind of psychology. All the Bears are looking at it. Is it going to crack? Is it going to crack? The Bulls need to see it above this 220. Above that 220, every single time that it holds that 220, it looks bullish. I don't know if I used to trade these actually on the opposite way. Once, if they broke down, I would short them. If they longed, I'd long them. So this is a symmetrical triangle just being pushed to its limits in between the range.
BPTH starting to go crazy again. Yeah, this is just a sketchy stock to me. I mean, the only thing, like the downward trend line looks okay, but like...
Wow, guys. I wanted to hold to that 214. Maybe could have gone to that 213. Maybe this sweeps back around and gets me out, but especially once you have 2 losses on the day, you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Today's going to be a day to fold them with a nice 0. I will take that 0 anytime, guys.
Yeah, man. It goes from over $100
yep,
down to 0.
Back down to 0, and I'll take it. I'd rather have 0 plenty of times, like John talks about. Some days you just got to not trade. Some days you got to get back to 0, and you just got to wait for the next day.
Just be done, you know?
Yeah. Don't push it now, because what if I go and I long this right here, guys? If I long it right here, lose another $100, that's when you really kill your whole psychology for the week.
Then you're mentally broken.
Exactly. Mental capital, guys. Keep that mental capital. Understand that, hey, I didn't do bad today. I had 1 really good trade, 2 bad trades. Let it go. Keep going. Focus in and have a better week.
Yeah, for sure, man. Good work, man.
All right, guys. That's going to be it for me today. I don't know about you, John.
Yeah, I'll probably end up closing it down. I might plug the I might go ahead and plug the site, you know, see what we can get from that, and or show everybody the site, and you know, you up. I definitely mismanaged it. I mean, green is good. Like for both of the trades I got into today, I got in the paper trade on AMD with the moving average crossover, up $50 on that, and then CGC with the live account with the VWAP rejection up $23, about $24 on that. And so both green's good. I'll take it. Keep the green streak alive here, but definitely mismanaged my CGC trade. I definitely missed out on some gains there. The biggest thing I did wrong for CGC, and I can look at it in hindsight and really know what I did wrong here. The biggest thing I did wrong here was that I had already taken profits. And so once I held through this entire push up, if you guys want to know what I did wrong, once I held through this entire push up, I should have let this second move work. You know, I got in with the fade here, and once I held all the way through this entire move back up, I should have let it test this level. If it held underneath that previous high right here, then I should have stayed in that trade, because I've already held it all the way through the entire bounce back up. And so what I did here is I ended up getting out right around the high of that bounce when I should have let it test this previous high. And if it broke that, then gotten out for a small green or break-even trade. Instead, I sold it right at the top, and you know, basically, I had already held it through this. I'd already done the hard part of holding it through this, and so I should have just let it test. But I just got out way too early, and it's kind of how it goes sometimes, you know.
It's crazy. BPTH setting itself up bullish still.
Yeah, man. BPTH is sketchy. I'll say that. I don't like it. But yeah, guys, so like I was saying, go check out our site. Mitch and I, you know, we don't claim to be experts or gurus or anything like that. But, you know, we can try to give people a cheap option. You know, a lot of people charging thousands of dollars for content and stuff like that. And most people just don't have thousands of dollars to spend on day trading content. And so with our site, you can go to Member Video Library and you can see we got tons of classes. We actually have over 50 hours of content on their site. You can see this is just one section with day trading concepts and patterns, and you can see we just have class after class. All of these are an hour long. Two-way actually held a class yesterday, and so some of our members hold their own classes as well. But you can see risk reward here. Even if you go to this section, there's a ton of different classes on this as well. We got trader psychology, we have individual strategies, and then we also hold 3 live classes every single week. And so 3 live classes a week. And all of this, we have actual days of content. We hold 3 live classes every week. It's all $15 a month, and so really cheap. Go check it out. And if you want to check it out, I'll post that link here as well. But we just try to give people a cheap option. We're one of the only people that actually day trade live every single day, so you can actually watch to see what we do. And so we just try to be honest with people. That's the biggest thing here. And so if you want to check it out, I'll post that link here as well if anybody wants to go check out the site. Like I said, we actually have days of content. We host 3 live classes on unique content every week. Plus, you get our backlog and library of classes. So it's just a lot of different content. And so go check it out. I just posted the link in the chat if anybody wants to go check it out. Also, guys, you can check out, if you're interested in using the same broker that Mitch and I do, we're using TradeNet. But yeah, if you're interested in using that broker, I'll post this link here as well. If you haven't heard of TradeNet, it's kind of like a prop firm. You basically pay for their package. It's not a deposit. You actually pay for their package, and with that, you get a certain amount of buying power. Like the intro package, you get $14,000 in buying power, and you have a $700 max loss. And like I said, it's like a prop firm, so any profits you make over the original 14K they give you, there's a 70-30 profit split. But commissions are pretty cheap. Commissions are like 0.006 cents per share. And so if I buy less than 300 shares, commissions for me are like $3 or $4 total for an entire round trip. And so I think TradeNet's actually really good for new traders learning how to trade. Not many penny stocks, so if you're just a penny stock trader, you're not going to find many to trade there. But if anybody's interested in checking that out, I'll post that link here as well, so you can see the 10% off. And you can get 10% off their packages by going through my link. And so just posted that link as well. And yeah, I'll go ahead and post the promo video for the site as well. But before I do that, also you can check out, if you're kind of on the fence about whether you should try out TEFs and TradeNet, you can check out their, let me pull this up. They do have like a demo challenge where you can try to win a free demo or a free live funded account on TradeNet. And so let me find that link here as well if anybody wants to check that out. But yeah, like I said, you can see here there is a demo challenge on TradeNet, and so you can try to win the challenge. You get access to the 14,000 funded account, and if you win, you'll receive the intro program. And so every trader, they receive a demo trading account by the end of the rules for it are you get a $10,000 trading account. You have 5 days after it starts, and you must generate a net profit of $500 or more in those 5 days. All the while, the trader must adhere to the rules and conditions. They must be active out of the three out of the 5 trading days. They must attain at least $100 or more for at least 2 of those trading days. All positions must be closed by the end of the day, and there's a maximum daily loss of up to $100 with $300 total for the entire challenge. You must trade at least 3 times per active trading day. And yeah, it's completely free to try. I mean, you might as well, for most people, I don't see the harm in actually trying. It's a tough challenge, but if you can win it, you win yourself a free intro account. And I mean, even if you don't win, if you're interested in using TradeNet and you want to see what their platform and what the fills and what the stocks and everything like that is like, and you want to kind of give it a demo and give it a try, you could try the 5-day demo challenge, and I'll post that link here as well if you want to check that out. And there's the link for the demo challenge. Alright guys, let's see what else we get today. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play. When you sign up for the 70-30 split, who pays what on the capital gains? I'm not sure. You would have to reach out to them. I'm not 100% sure, man. You would have to reach out to them. And also, I'll go ahead and post our promo link if anybody wants to check that out here for our site. But yeah, like I said, we're one of the only people that don't claim to be experts or gurus or anything like that. Like, we're just teaching people what we've learned and, you know, try to give people a cheap option as opposed to paying thousands of dollars for a course. You know, you can pay $15, get more content with ours. So here, I'll post this as well. So yeah, that's our site. If you even if you don't want to pay for the package, you can go check it out. We still have a strategy section. We have a bunch of different stuff. And so, like I said, even if you look at our site and you don't want to pay for a package, like you can see here, like you have strategies where we break down the different strategies we use. You know, this is all free. It doesn't cost anything to go to the strategy section. You can see we have short strategies, long strategies, broker reviews. You know, we got a bunch of different stuff. And so go check it out. I'll post that link here one more time. There's the link one more time if you want to go check that out. And yeah, another green day in the books. Another green day. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll see if we can keep the green streak alive tomorrow. Like I said, still got to work on using a little bit bigger sizing. I did use bigger sizing on CGC today. Relative, like it's a $45 stock, and so I actually bought 300 shares of a $45 stock, and so that's much bigger sizing than I typically get. And yeah, you know, go check it out, and I should post a recap video. Also had a green day with the opening range trade, or not with the opening range, with the moving average crossover play that I got into this morning, and that worked out well. It would have worked out a lot better too if I would have held on to it. I definitely mismanaged the CGC trade some, but I can acknowledge that and, you know, understand that, and there's always improvement in there. So anyways, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. We'll see you all a little bit later, and appreciate all the support. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning, and so you can actually watch us trade, see what we do, see the strategies we use. If you appreciate this free content, we're always going to keep this live stream free. And so if you appreciate this free content, click the like button right now in this video. It does help support us. We appreciate any support we can get. And so if you like this content, click the like button. We definitely appreciate it if you do. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, guys. I'll see you all a little bit later. Like I said, I will post a recap video. And I don't know if Mitch is still with us. You still here, bro? I guess Mitch is gone. And so, Yeah, anyways, guys, have a good day. We'll see you all a little bit later. Hey, appreciate it, Neo. Hey, brother. Yeah, you'll get a welcoming email in a few minutes, Neo, that has like the link to our Discord, which is like our Discord group and everything else. And so you'll get a welcoming email in a few minutes, Neo. Appreciate the support, brother. But yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow morning.